Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Timothy Cox. This is Chemistry 126, our Advanced Concepts 2 presentation. Let me just pull up the description here. So for this presentation, we are given the description. The iodine clock reaction is a classic example of chemical kinetics, which you can even do at home. Using the following video as a guide, you will set up the clock reaction and go through the individual steps that causes this interesting effect to occur. As far as the instructions are concerned for this experiment, it says that we will need hydrogen peroxide, which I have here. We're going to need vitamin C, non-chewable tablets, I have those here. Cornstarch, which I have here, and iodine, which I have here. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find pure iodine. I watched a lot of videos on this just to make sure that it would potentially work if I did not have, if I didn't have iodine, like pure iodine. So it seemed to work out for everybody else. So for this experiment, in the video that we were given, the gentleman made two solutions. Solution A, that included 1,000 milligrams of crushed vitamin C. I have 500 milligram pills, so I'll be using 4. The measurements were not super specific. I mean, he was using beakers. I'm using stuff in my house. I just have 2 cups, and I'm just gonna add it. We weren't given very many instructions as far as what we were given on the prompt, so this will just be a little less precise. So let's begin. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with solution A. So I'm going to crush 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C with a spoon. So that'll be 4 tabs for me. It's going to be a little bit chunky. I did try this experiment earlier. I just wanted to make sure that I had the steps down, just because it seemed like there were a lot of steps in the video. But the one time that I did it, I had a really hard time getting the vitamin C crushed all the way. So let's see. Hopefully we can get it into a fine enough powder to where it doesn't well, I guess I don't want to dig it too far into the table. Let's see. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Okay, so we're just crushing some vitamin C here. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and add this to just one of the cups. So we'll just, I'll just add it to this cup. There we go. And that doesn't seem, like the chunks seem much smaller than the first time I did it. So, so maybe that's a good sign. Let's go ahead and wipe that off. Okay, so for this, now we're going to add water. Like I said, there was no like specific, I mean, obviously he mentioned that he used some measurements. And he also did a filtering process to make sure that all the chunks were out. Unfortunately, I don't have any coffee filters. So, and I don't have a coffee maker, so there's no point in having coffee filters at my house. So we'll just go with chunky. So while this settles out, we're going to go ahead and start with solution B here. So that'll be in this mason jar cup. And what we're going to do for solution B is we're going to add a small spoonful of starch. The first time I did this, I think I added way too much. It was extremely cloudy. You couldn't really tell that it was supposed to be a clear solution. So we're going to use a little bit less. So we're going to use just a little bit. I might even use a little bit less than that. Yeah. So we'll dump the rest in here. And yeah, so now we're going to add more water to this mixture. We'll go ahead and give this a stir. And it's still pretty cloudy. Yeah, sorry about the noise. Try and be a little more careful with my stirring here. Okay. And so a lot of videos that I saw actually heated this solution up, and it seemed to help make the reaction faster, but we're talking about a matter of seconds, so I'm going to go ahead and skip heating it up. So I've got my hydrogen peroxide, hydrogen peroxide here, and we're just going to add some. In the video they said they added 150 milliliters. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Okay, we'll give it one last stir here. And then we're going to move on to the to solution A here. And so when I did this last time, the iodine actually just changed colors almost instantly. So we'll see if that's the case this time. So this is our antiseptic iodine. We're just going to go ahead and add it. Now you see how it's just automatically turning clear. We'll give it a little bit of a stir, but I mean, that was pretty good. Now, the reason that this happens is that the vitamin C, when it reacts with the iodine, it actually breaks the iodine down into iodide. And this is the vitamin C is actually a reducing agent for iodine. And so let me pull up my notes here. Yeah, okay. So ascorbic acid, which is basically vitamin C, is known as an antioxidant. And the term oxidation is specifically referring to a reaction that combines something with oxygen. Now, if one of the reactants is oxidized, the other one must be reduced. So, and that's to balance out the transfer of electrons. Let's see here. Yeah, and so when you're talking about these reduction oxidation reactions, you can use those properties of those specific reactions with ascorbic acid and the solution that we have. So essentially what happens is that 1 molecule of ascorbic acid converts 1 molecule of iodine into 2 iodide molecules, like I said, or 2 iodide ions, sorry. And so when all the iodine has been reduced to iodide, the solution loses its color, which you saw almost instantaneously when I poured it into the vitamin C solution. Now, when we add this back, the color should return, right? So in this solution, we're going to dump this in. So as we pour it in, added just a little too much here. So let's see. I'll just kind of mix it back and forth like they did in the video. Now, it should change colors. I may just need a bigger cup to kind of mix it all together. Let me grab a bigger cup. Okay. Well, I guess that's not really a bigger cup. Just looks bigger. Okay, so I think for me, reasons that this may or may not have worked. One is that I wasn't using exact measurements. And two, I didn't use distilled water like they used in the video. So that could also play a role in it. But maybe this is why they heated it up as well, to get the reaction to kind of happen. The color should change. Yeah, so this isn't really, it's not really changing for me. So a little bit of a bust, but that's why it's called an experiment. So yeah, things that I would change, I would use precise measurements. Unfortunately, I don't really have the time to go and get a bunch of stuff, you know, just because I'm traveling all the time and everything. So we'll see. But overall, fun experiment. Really cool to see the iodine just kind of disappear, especially because it's that really dark color. But overall, it was a fail for me. So, oh well.